Hi everyone! Of the two approaches for writing theme and variations, the most common is to take a theme, either composed for the purpose or borrowed, and then write variations on it. With this approach, the theme is typically short and often in either binary or ternary form. The theme and subsequent variations may also be written either as a two or more part texture with melody and accompaniment, or as a single melody. The other approach for writing theme and variations, which I'll discuss in another video, takes a segment of repeated bass line over which the harmony and melody is varied. Unlike the first approach, using a repeated bass line adds more restrictions to the harmonic choices, although using this method, composers were still able to write works of great variety. It should be noted that with both approaches, the harmonic progression of the theme or repeated bass line may be retained for each variation or varied. The degree to which this was done was at the composer's discretion. An example of the first approach is the 24th Caprice by Niccolò Paganini, which comprises 11 variations on the theme. This work is for solo violin, and the theme's harmony is essentially implied, although in some of the variations it's more clearly outlined. The first variation, for example, arpeggiates the chords, providing an outline of the basic progression. Even between the theme and this variation, however, there are already changes to the harmony. The secondary A dominant chord in the variation, for example, could probably be heard in the theme as a dominant seventh, as could the subtonic chord resolving to the mediant. Here also, the F and D sharp imply an incomplete augmented sixth chord, while the variation uses supertonic harmony. Other changes to the basic progression include, in this variation, this B and D sharp, which may be heard either as an altered supertonic leading to dominant harmony, or as the root note of supertonic harmony with lower and upper incomplete neighbour notes to the dominant's root note. This F sharp also may be heard either as a chromatic passing note or as the third of major subdominant harmony. In this variation, Paganini extends the secondary A dominant and subtonic harmony into the following bars. Here a seventh is added to subdominant harmony, and the leading note diminished seventh chord from earlier now sounds as supertonic diminished and Neapolitan sixth harmony, leading to dominant and submediant chords in the following bar. Here Paganini uses minor subdominant harmony, leading to a cadential 6/4 progression for the final cadence. Here, an Italian augmented sixth chord is used to prolong dominant harmony, and here a secondary A dominant seventh chord resolves to minor subdominant harmony, which then leads through a secondary diminished seventh chord to the cadential 6/4 progression. In this variation, Paganini does include sevenths with the secondary A dominant and G subtonic chords. Subdominant harmony also again precedes the final cadence. Here, possible augmented sixth harmony is implied, and these chords are again extended into the following bars. Paganini also uses two 2-5-1 progressions to conclude the variation. For the final variation, Paganini prolongs some harmony using passing chords, and to conclude the work attaches a finale which changes to the parallel major key. I hope you found this useful. Thanks for watching. See you next time.